Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel again. I am focused on the keyword discipline, self discipline, and I have been sharing for the past 2 days about my whole new revamp on my channel where I will be revealing my face on videos and kind of sharing my walk with this self discipline skill that I am. Taking the time to take as a self growing opportunity. And so I'm just going to shortly recap the whole initiative behind this. Each month I'm planning to have some monthly goals, 6 or maybe even 5 or maybe even 4 bullets at points, nothing more than 6. I'll try to keep it to that. So, preparing myself for the month of May and the first set of goals that I've set out for this year. I have 6 goals, which is the first one is to earn at least $2,000 for my supplementary income for one of the adventures that I have on the side of my main job. And that's within that month of May. 2, pay off a line of credit. It's just one of the bullets. It's the next step of paying off on my budget that I have. And I kind of go in detail about in my intro video. 3rd, lose at least 10 pounds. I gave my current weight from on Sunday, April the 27th. I was at 239 pounds. 4th, start a SQL course in Microsoft to advance my programming skills. I am now in the programming field and to combat some different things of not feeling as an expertise on some levels. I am taking the initiative to actually take some courses to better my skills. And then fifth, read, study, and meditate on discipline. So because I want to become more disciplined, I want to study what discipline is and really kind of be able to apply it to my life. So that leads to the sixth May goal is to implement discipline in all areas of my life. So in order to do that, I would want to continue to learn about what are some different ways that discipline could be applied in my life. So Monday's video, I actually went through and kind of recapped everything from my intro video. And I shared like the definition of self-discipline. And then on my last video, I went through the key aspects of discipline. Today's video, I'm going to talk about the benefits of self-discipline. And as always, as I'm going through these bulleted points, I will add in some experiences or some story time of some instances where I have encountered this or had issues with this in the past. So, benefits of self discipline. The first benefit of self discipline is goal achievement, and that's exactly what I want. And again, I'm going to be trying my best to refer mostly to myself as what I want. But again, if it applies to you, then you can relate it to you and you can use anything that I am saying for your benefit or for your self growth. Please do at your own discretion, though. But what I am sharing are good tips and good things that I have in the past been able to be successful with. So, goal achievement. Self discipline is essential for achieving long term goals and overcoming obstacles. So, actually, every year I've kind of mentioned this in the intro video and then in the key aspects of self discipline video. Every year I can say that I have dedicated myself in some form of way with trying to get better. I don't think I've gone a year. Actually, I would probably even wonder if anyone would go a whole year and not make any progress because I feel like the fact that we are alive and we are doing well, or even if we feel like we're not doing well, there's something that we're making progress on. Because life to me is progress, whether we are in um, actively pursuing that progress or not. However, the side being, I want to be better with making progress and actually achieving my goals. And so the fact that I have monthly goals each month is going to help me become more accountable, help me be more disciplined, because it's going to put it right in my face so that I can see, hey, I didn't do real good on that. So I need to really work on this next. So it's like holding myself accountable, making myself more disciplined so that I can achieve my goals. I want to reap that benefit of achieving goals. At some point, after attempting to achieve one particular goal for a long period of time, you just get sick and tired, and you just want to find the way that is going to help you achieve that goal for once. So sometimes you have to get sick and tired of it, sick and tired of being sick and tired of not achieving the goal, to try something else. And then not only achieving the goal, because I've achieved some of the goals that I even said there. I've done a lot with my budget. I know it can be done. I've done a lot with earning money on the side, like a supplementary income. I've even taken a lot of courses on my job, some that were related to programming, some that were kind of like the outskirts of it, like time management, things like that. I'm always willing to learn. And then I've studied discipline in the manner, not so much like how I'm going to focus on it for the month of May or however long that's going to be the key word for, until I feel as though, okay, I think I moving on to another skill set that will benefit me on my journey of achieving my goals. So I was saying that to say that I want the achievement to be a long term achievement. I don't want to achieve it for this month and then go back on the next month. So I'm really looking forward to goal achievement as one of the benefits of working on my improving my self-discipline. And so that's the first benefit, one of the many benefits of self-discipline. The second benefit of self-discipline is increased success. Self-discipline can lead to greater success in various aspects of life, including career, education, and personal relationships. Well, I, for one, I know I am. I could say for myself that I am wanting success. I really want success. If I'm going to be doing something, I want it to actually be to a benefit of being done. For example, aspects in life. If I am wanting to achieve a healthier life, I want to be successful at achieving a healthier life. I want to be successful at having and living a healthier life, and successful at making good choices at living a healthier life. So I want to be successful in that. Otherwise, what am I doing? I'm just going through life, just letting things fall wherever they may fall, no type of intentionality. And so I want to live my life with some form of intent, and discipline will do that for me. So I want to lead it to greater success in all aspects of my life, including career. So I have some career goals, which I'm just expanding my knowledge and expertise on programming. Education kind of ties in with my career goal, which later on I will share that I am at my job. I'm going to start trying to increase my once I'm increasing my expertise, then there's some leveling up that I possibly could do on my job. So that might, I'm sure that I wouldn't even say might, that will be one of my future goals, is increase, including my education, to have better success with more my education and personal relationships. So personal relationships could mean platonic relationships with your family, with your friends, or romantic relationships, which I have all of those, thankfully and gratefully that I do. I'm grateful that I do. And so I would want to those to blossom into a successful relationship. There are some relationship skills that I would want to improve on, and that's going to require discipline. I want to work there. I mean, discipline just covers so much and it has so many benefits to us all to not live our life at some point in trying to improve discipline. It's going to cover a lot, a multitude of things. So that personal relationship, I can already see it take an effect now with the way in which I am being more aware of um the my friends, and like when we have conversations or interactions, how I respond, how I kind of be self-reflected a little bit more on different activities or different things that may have transpired, and just saying, could I have handled that in a better manner? And how could I do better next time if this was the topic of the discussion or this was a point of interaction to improve and better the relationship, to show the support of the relationship, and to kind of grow in the relationship. So, benefits of self discipline, goal achievement, check. Increased success, check. Want both of those. Third benefit of self discipline is improved health. That lines right up with my goals. It just lines right up with my goal. Self discipline can help with healthy habits like exercise, nutrition, and stress management. Who wouldn't want to be better at all of those? Exercising releases certain hormones that puts us in a better mood. So if you're feeling down or depressed, or I've noticed when I'm feeling like taking my morning walks out, sometimes I like walking. I preferably like to take my walks outside because I'm able to be around nature, see the sun, smell the nice, air, fresh air. Um, Hear the birds, see the animals, just see life moving, and I'm just taking it all in, just inhaling, exhaling as I'm walking, and it clears my mind. It really does help with clearing my mind. I've came up with several different ideas while I've walked or exercised because it kind of sparks a creativity in me to where I'm able to kind of think clear. I might, especially with my job with programming, sometimes you got to take a step away, reevaluate. Okay, what is the best way? How? And it could give me that answer right in that moment. So then when I'm done with my walk or done with my exercise or whatever the case may be, I now know what exactly to do. Some magic happens when I exercise and step away from things and take that time to give myself that time in the morning, noon, or afternoon. I preferably like to exercise in the morning. It gives me less of an opportunity to not follow through because after I work, I'm tired. I have to, you're thinking about all the other things that you have to squeeze into your day. And that's like the end of the day, and adding an hour or two at the end of my day would push a whole lot of stuff back as far as things that I need to do with my son after school, like homework, dinner, cooking, stuff like that, or cleaner, doing little housework activities around the house. So for me, I personally like to just get it out the way in the morning time. I can push and shove myself to get up early, but I can't make up extra time at the end of the day. But I can definitely add in time by getting up a few hours early to get this done. But once it's at the end of the day, it's at the end of the day, and I only have these set number of hours before the time that my son needs to get into bed and I need to get into bed. So I feel like I have more wiggle room in the morning times than I do in the afternoon. Then it also makes me feel so much more productive to know that before the time that I actually clock into work or before the day has really gotten started, I've already reached or exceeded or very much gotten close to my activity goal for the day. So it makes you already start your day off on a great foot because you're already productive in that area. And so for me, I just love to exercise in the morning time. Nutrition. So your the benefits of self-discipline is that I will improve my health, and that would relate to nutrition choices. I can't say that I have discipline if I don't have good nutritional choices. If I'm not making good nutritional choices, I'm lacking discipline somewhere because I'm not taking the time to stop and evaluate and see how this is negatively affected me. And I know when it comes to health and nutrition goals, it's very touchy feely topic for a lot of people because, again, how I explained on my intro video, and you can always go back and watch those videos. They're up for you to watch and have them kind of labeled so that it makes it easy if you wanted to kind of follow through in the order that I actually share them. I'll just keep a numbering system going on that make it easy to follow through, or you can watch it however in whatever order you want to watch it. Or you can always go back and rewatch it if it is of that much help to you to rewatch it. So nutrition goals and nutrition decisions play a big part, or it is a big part of self discipline. In order to make good nutritional choices, I have to have discipline because there's going to be a lot of things. There's a lot of options now. We have so many different varieties of options that we can choose. I could choose to go to the store and buy a frozen bag of chicken tenders. I could go to fast food and order. And then, even within ordering from fast food, I have so many different options of fast foods that I could actually choose from. I could choose a food truck. I could choose Zaxby's. I could choose Dairy Queen. I could choose McDonald's. I could choose Burger King, whatever. There's just so many. And those are just the common fast food places. But there are a plethora of businesses now, restaurant businesses that are open that would provide me, for example, that chicken tender. Or I could go to the store, like I said in the first example, I could go to the store and buy a frozen bag of chicken tenders. And even if I were to buy a frozen bag of chicken tenders, there are different options even in the store for that. You got different brands, you got different flavors, different sizes, different calories, and so forth. Or I could just buy chicken breast at the store and actually make my own chicken tenders out of the chicken breast by cutting them into strips, which to me, that is a more valuable and more nutritional benefit is actually make things as much as possible for yourself. The more you make it from for yourself, it tends to be, in my opinion, a better nutritional value. I probably won't get as nearly as many calories or preservatives or so forth that they might put into the bag of frozen chicken tenders or the fast food chicken tenders if I were to just go straight to the beginning and have the chicken breast and cut them up into strips myself and batter it however I choose and cook it however I choose. So that would take a lot of resisting. That would take a lot of discipline because I would have to afford myself enough time to feel as though I'm not so rushed to get fast food. A lot of times, fast food is we take advantage of fast food because it's fast food and it can not, it can help us with our time restraints that we might have when it comes. But self discipline would also allow me to have time management to know that, hey, I know I have to eat every day. So I need to be proactive about that. I need to be more disciplined about my time to be able to prepare meals, give myself that time to be able to prepare meals for myself so that I don't feel tempted at making worse decisions nutritionally. And that was just an example of that. But there could be many examples of um, improving your health by making nutritional decisions, healthy and nutritional decisions. And then another part of that underneath improved health, as the third benefit of self discipline, is stress management. Now, we all live in life. We're going to go through ups and downs. We're going to hit some roadblocks. We're going to hit some challenging things that will drive us into our emotions, that could tend to lead us to stress. And there is nothing wrong with feeling stressed. There's nothing wrong with any emotion. It's what you do with that emotion and how long you allow yourself to dwell in that emotion, especially when it comes to those negative emotions. How are you combating them, or how are you then also you got to also allow yourself to feel it, because that's your body telling you, that self-awareness is telling your body that there's something that you need to pay attention to, or that you need to be better at, so forth and so on. Like, for example, with my career goal of taking a sequels course, is just wanting to be more robust with my programming skills and kind of freshen up some of the knowledge that I acquired and in college when I majored in computer science, which has been many, many years ago. It seems like yesterday, but as the years go by, you get older and get further away from, those younger years of your life. So that's why I can say it's been some years ago. So I don't want to ever feel like I'm incompetent, or even if I do it again, there's nothing wrong with feeling that. That just brings my awareness that, hey, I might need to work on this to improve. So that was my response to that, which could have lended itself to stress, because I could have probably been presented something that I felt like, man, I feel like if I would have known more about this, I probably had a quicker turnaround with this. This learning along the way may not be the way, might not be the best way of performing my job. So I just want to become more proficient. So then I am more confident, and therefore I am more less stressed. And so that's just an example of how this third benefit of self discipline will be a benefit to me for my improved health. So, to recap the ones that I've gone over, and I have two more on the list to talk about. The benefits of self discipline have goal achievement, which I've talked about, increased success, I just talked about before the last one, and then the last one I just finished talking about, improved health. And the fourth one is better mental health. So, it can contribute to a sense of control and accomplishment, which can improve mental well being. So, improved health and then better mental health, because I'm sure the reason why that is separated out on the place that I've done like my studies on and jotted down in my notebook on, taking down notes on, is because a lot of times when I look at the word health, I may not think about mental health. And as we've known from the past years, and so it's becoming more out in the open that mental health is very important, and a lot of awareness have been centered around making people more aware of the necessity of checking on your mental health, and finding ways to improve your mental health any way that you can. So, the reason why self discipline would benefit me by bettering my mental health is it can contribute to a sense of control and accomplishment, which can improve mental well being. A lot of times when I might feel negative emotions, it's either going to be because of something I just can't control, or not reaching my accomplishments of some form or fashion. Somewhere I haven't reached where I felt like I should have. And then if I get myself down in the dumps too much, it could affect my mental health. I could become anxious. I could become stressed. I could become frustrated. I could become mad. And that can in turn, if I don't react, if I don't know how to carry those emotions and work through those emotions in the appropriate way, that could actually impact my personal relationships. Going back to the second benefit, increased success in personal relationships. It can affect my career. It can affect my education. It can affect any area of my life because I became too frustrated. I didn't take the time to improve my mental health. So therefore now I'm not doing good in my at my job. I'm not doing good in my studies. I'm not doing good with my relationships. I might be more hot cold when it comes to the interactions with my friends, families, or my romantic relationship. Or even like I didn't include the relationship between me and my son, like as a mother and him, my son. If I am not taking care of my mental health, it's going to negatively impact him because he's going to be on the receiving side of some things that probably isn't really even for him. So I have to check myself so that I'm not interacting with other people and projecting my negative feelings just because I'm feeling a certain way. I'm projecting it onto them when really it's not even about them. So, bettering my mental health so that I can have that control. And it's not like the negative type of trying to have control, it's just acknowledging, like, hey, I am control of my feelings. I can, you know, my feelings are not in control of me. So therefore, any reaction that I have is my responsibility. What am I going to do? Let me unpack these feelings the appropriate way so that I'm not making irresponsible decisions that can affect me and impact others negatively. So that's where I see that word control. And then accomplishments. When you have a clear mental health, you're able to be more productive. Um, as an example, depression will keep you from getting up. It will keep you from cleaning up. It will keep you from going to work. It will keep you from, um, it will just keep you from living life. You'll be shut in, closed off, and just in a box until you're able to work yourself through. And I'm just using it as an example because that's a perfect example of a mental health area where it could be improved and bring more awareness to as it relates to this bullet point here. So, improved mental health well being is going to therefore help me achieve my goals, which that's what I am here to do. And the last benefit of self discipline is personal growth. And this is what these videos are all about. Taking documenting documenting personal growth, putting it all out there for whomever comes across it at one day of your life. And you might say, man, I want to learn more about self discipline. Ooh, I found this video where this person goes over her journey of self discipline. I'm going to watch it because it's just going to help me on my journey, because I'm doing the study and research and I'm showing what I've done and the progress that I've made. And there's someone out there that might want to make some similar progresses and be successful at it. And actually seeing someone else doing it who's willing to share their journey could greatly help another person. So this is exactly what these videos are about. Is about personal growth. And actually, when I started this channel, it was kind of at the pivotal moment of extending my personal growth into a whole nother level of personal growth. And I could share more in detail about the many things related to that statement in some of my later videos. But personal growth is a benefit of self discipline because developing self discipline is a journey of continuous improvement and self-mastery. I am trying to master my programming skills. I want to master this, making healthier choices, living a healthier life. I want to get to a healthier point where I can just continue to where I may not even have to lose any more weight. Once I reach that point of being where I need to be, all I have to do is just keep that there. But that's still going to take me continuing my health choices. I can't slack off. Continuing to go to the gym, it's a must. Just like when we ride our car, we know our car needs maintenance. The gym is how I see our body needing maintenance to keep it strong. If you don't use it, you lose it. Those muscles, they become weak. That's when you start getting knee aches when you bend down, because the muscles around in your legs that really are used to when you're bending your knees are not strong enough to support your weight or whatever the case may be. And so therefore you might tend to have knee problems or hip problems or many, many, many long list of things. So I want to combat all of those. So therefore I want to master health goals. I want to master being more disciplined. So guess what I'm doing? Learning, reading, meditating, studying, and implementing discipline in all areas of my life. I want to actually master that as much as possible, and day by day get better with it. Show some progress on it, and so therefore, I will be growing personally. And I feel like that's what life is all about: is growth. Growth, being fruitful and multiplying, does not only apply to reproduction; it applies to skill sets and what we're putting out into the world for others to take part in, to make their life better. It's not always about ourselves. So our personal growth is not all the way always about us. It's about what it's going to do to help and impact others. So again, those are the benefits of self-discipline. And I will go through them again. The benefits of self-discipline is goal achievement, increased success, improved health, better mental health, and personal growth. So hopefully you will value that self-discipline is a major skill that anyone would want to be better at. And you can see the key aspects of self-discipline on the previous video. You can see the definition and the introduction of self-discipline. What does it mean? And then now in this video, you now see the benefits of self-discipline, along with some of my embedded examples of experiences and stuff like that. So if you like what you see, like, subscribe, comment below, all the normal stuff that we ask you to do. And tomorrow I will have another video sharing more information about self-discipline. And then May the 1st will be the day that I start actually talking through my journey on my goals, or whatever the stories may be that come behind the daily task of working towards reaching my May goals. Until then, see you until next time.